I just needed help to figure out how to process through this because I was not going to be able to do it on my own.
When Dr. Rachel Weigert and 2 other ER doctors at Children's talked to us yesterday, they gave credit to the power of therapy. And while it makes sense that experts in pediatric trauma care have trauma professionals to go talk to, you don't need to be directly impacted to need someone to talk to right now. So tonight, Kent talked to 2 experts about how to get a conversation started.
At a time when violence and trauma have altered lives directly and indirectly, there should be no shame in sharing.
The research on collective trauma says talk about it. Talk about it.
Yep.
Our society's so quick, to be done grieving. You have 2 days of bereavement leave after someone has died,
Yep.
back to work. It perpetuates this idea that grief is something that we can do right after the event and it's over.
Yep.
And it's not over.
Therapists Sarah Lindsay and Adam Steinbach admit knowing who to talk to isn't easy,
We're humans too.
especially at a time when political divisions are driving many of us further apart.
There's so much strain on relationships. I have clients who are processing how political differences are creating, these rifts in their family relationships. Violence is collectively traumatizing.
That's where this therapy space usually comes in. There's just one big problem.
I can't keep up with the demand. Community members are reaching out to me saying, where do I go? What do I do?
Since March, their answer has been Therapy on Tap, a gathering at local breweries roughly once a month where anyone can connect with 10 to 15 licensed therapists.
To see okay, can I sit with you? Can we have a conversation? Do you understand me? Because not every therapist is going to connect with every client.
It seems a little bit like speed dating for therapists.
Yes, we've had people say that a lot, yeah.
Is that an accurate representation or not quite?
Yes, it is, but less pressure.
It's less structured. You don't have to talk to every single person. There's not a time slot. It's a little bit more of an open house.
Alcohol and therapy?
Tricky, right?
Great question. None of the therapists are drinking at the event. No therapy is provided at the event. The therapist can just tell you a little bit about themselves. Lots of non-alcoholic options too.
Therapists only participate if they have immediate openings, while Adam and Sarah play the role of hosts.
I get to know a little bit about them and someone pops into my mind that they'd be a great fit with.
So you are a therapy matchmaker now?
Yeah, that's my new job. I'd love to do it full time if I could find a way. Give me a nice break from doing trauma work for a little while. Therapists are overwhelmed right now too. So we need each other too.
There is certainly no shame in that.
My hope is that we have a society someday that needs less therapists and that we get more of our mental health needs in our natural relationships, and by having strong community bonds that actually have space for emotion.
This idea that we can be connected and be sad and be holding these things and we're not a burden talking about them with our friends and our family and our community, that we're all in this together.
Yes, we are. Now, the next Therapy on Tap event will take place on September 28th at Oud Pils Brewing in Minneapolis, with therapists on hand to connect from 1 to 4 in the afternoon. Now, if you can't make it there, they say they'll have another one at Bad Weather Brewery in St. Paul on Sunday, October 26th. Jana.
And that first step towards going to therapy is just seeking out, making that call. And sometimes that can feel like anxiety laden in and of itself. So this could be kind of like a fun thing to go to and just dip your toe in the water.
Absolutely. And they said, by the way, that if you're not quite ready for that first step, they say reach out to your own network, text someone, tell them you're not doing okay, because we all want to support each other right now. And sometimes you don't realize that you have people around you that want to support you too.
Yeah, it's heavy out there. Thanks, Kent. We appreciate it.